Hey there guys. So in the past I've been speaking to quite a lot of you about when you come out of recovery, you get your meal plan and you continue what you've been doing in the inpatient unit in the real world. And occasionally you're just teetering along, you weigh yourself and it's fine, you weigh yourself and it's fine, and then you may one week realise that you've lost weight, even though you have been following that meal plan to the letter. Now, in these sort of situations, you don't really know what to do because you're following the plan, and I mean, a few of you have said in the past that it feels like you're failing no matter what you're doing. And I have given you advice in the past about this, and the reason why I'm making this video is because recently this week, when I weighed myself for the first time in maybe 2 months, I realised that I'd lost about 1.5 kilos, and this is mainly due to the stress from exam term and everything. And I've been following what I've been normally eating. I don't really have a meal plan anymore, but I've just been following what I've been doing normally. And yeah, apparently it wasn't enough, even though I've been feeling okay and I've been able to work well. So what should you do in this situation? Well, the first thing that you shouldn't do is panic. It is very simple. It's very easy to panic in these situations because you feel like you thought you had everything under control and now it's not. And a lot of people say that eating disorders are about control, and if you feel that you've got the control of the meal plan and you're following that to the letter, you should feel safe. But occasionally the world is random. The world throws you these curveballs, and something can happen that can cause you to feel anxiety. In this case, you could lose weight. And first step, just don't panic, because you've got to realise this isn't your fault. If you have been following your meal plan, then this is just something that has happened. It may be that your metabolism is starting to creep back up, because this does happen when you have an eating disorder. When you are in the throes of it and you're really restricting or you're really purging, your metabolism goes down drastically, and I mean horrendously drastically. Like when I first went into the inpatient unit, I was on average consuming less than 1,200-ish, and I was gaining weight on that. And that just shows how low your metabolism can go when you are really ill. When you are refeeding and you're pushing the weight back on, your metabolism will start to creep back up again. So in a way, if you are following the meal plan to the letter and you have lost weight, the fact that this has happened suggests that you're becoming healthy again. And I think this is a good milestone for you to appreciate. And from then on, you've then got to make the next step to either follow up that weight with a weight maybe a few days later to see if that wasn't a blip or not, or to increase your meal plan. Now, this could be quite difficult for you to do because you don't really know where to go and what to really do. And this is where having an aftercare plan with the inpatient unit is important. A lot of them will refer you to outpatients so that you can have a therapist to talk to. You have a dietitian that you have access to. And if this were to occur, then you just go and speak to them and say, where do I go from here? If you really don't know what to do. If you are feeling a bit more comfortable, and this has happened before maybe, and you know what you should be doing, then it would be a good idea for you to try and take things on for yourself. Because in real life, when you don't have an eating disorder, your weight changes and you adjust accordingly. And if you can start to do this by yourself, it just shows that you are making the progress. And this is a really important milestone in your recovery if you can do that. Now, if you are struggling and you do want to do this for yourself and you think it is important, please feel free to send me a message and I will try and get back to you as soon as possible, giving you advice on where to go from here. I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a dietitian, but I can give you a vague idea of what you should be doing, because it can be quite easy for you to say, I can put an average of blah, maybe an extra snack here and there, but you don't really know. And I've had a few meal plans in my life, so I can give you a bit of vague advice that could be beneficial for you if you feel that you need that. So what did I do when I realised this had happened about a week ago? Well, I didn't really have a plan as such. I just added something to my mid-morning area. I didn't really have anything around that time because I'd been revising. So I just thought, I'll just add something there. And this may have been a granola bar on one day, or on other days I had a packet of sweets, maybe a chocolate bar. There are a few things that I could put there. Just so long as I knew that I was having something there, I was happy. And I weighed myself this morning and I put a bit of weight back on. It's not the whole 1.5 kilos, but I'm not really expecting to gain weight at an impatient rate while I'm in the community. Just so long as I know that I'm heading back towards what I know is a good weight. I am at a good weight at the moment, but I just think it's a good idea to continue maintaining where I was at. And yeah, I'm creeping back up again. And I know it may be difficult for some of you to handle that if you have lost weight and you are starting to put weight back on your own. You may feel as though that you're failing your eating disorder in a way, but A, that's a good thing, and B, you've got to not freak out about that now. And if you are struggling with that, then it is important that you let someone know that you are doing this on your own and that you are putting weight back on, and it would just be a good idea for them to support you through this. And it is also important to let your therapist know. It is also important to let your dietitian know that what they have told you is working. And it's just generally a good idea to let your family know, because they can support you as well. So yeah, there's a lot of support that you can get out there, and there is a lot of support within the eating disorder community itself. I'm always available to talk to if you ever feel that you need it, and if it does help you, then I'm happy to do that. I really am. So yeah, I hope this video has been helpful, because this is something that is really common when you are going through recovery, and when you are on the other end and you are just going through life and you're just wanting to make sure that you are keeping on track and you are not veering off the path again, like what happened with me. So I hope this video has been helpful, and if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know either by messaging me or in the comment section below. But for now, thanks for watching.